Good afternoon, class. This is David Lopez, and I'm going to discuss the economic situation and the competitiveness of Singapore. Singapore's main economic resources are mushrooms, durian, and other fruits. Their economic resources also include electronics, chemicals, financial services, oil drilling equipment, petroleum refining, biomedical, scientific instruments, telecommunication equipment, processed food and beverages, ship repair, offshore platform construction, and entrepot trade. In 2017, Singapore's GDP was 528.1 billion US dollars. Its per capita GDP in 2017 was 94,100 and the average income was 54,530 in 2017. In 2017, imports for Singapore were 312.1 billion US dollars. These imports included machinery, equipment, mineral fuels, chemicals, foodstuffs, consumer goods. The main trade partners for imports for Singapore were China at 13.9% of total imports, Malaysia at 12%, the US at 10.7%, Japan at 6.3%, and South Korea at 5% of total imports. Exports totaled 396.8 billion US dollars in 2017 for Singapore. These included machinery and equipment, pharmaceuticals and other chemicals, refined petroleum products, foodstuffs, and beverages. The main export partners included China at 14.7% of total exports, Hong Kong at 12.6%, Malaysia at 10.8%, the United States at 6.6%, Indonesia at 5.8%, Japan at 4.7%, South Korea at 4.6%, and Thailand at 4% of total exports. Good afternoon, class. My name is David Lopez, and I'm going to discuss the competitiveness of Singapore. Singapore is a highly competitive nation and ranks third overall in the world. They ranked second in the world as far as institutions, second in transparency and policymaking, and Singapore ranks third in the world as far as property rights. They also rank 19th in judicial independence and rank third in the world in health and primary education. Singapore ranks number 1 in the world and leads in higher education and training. Singapore, although they are a small country with a relatively small infrastructure, has an advanced and developed infrastructure when it comes to communications, airports, and roadways. They have 1.9 million fixed line subscriptions, and they are investing heavily in 5G rollouts. The government controls broadcast media, and they have 9 airports which are all paved and 3,496 kilometers of roadways which are also all paved.
The healthcare system. With Singapore being just 3 times the size of Washington, D.C., it is ranked number 112 in population with close to 6 million people living there. The population growth rate was 1.79% in 2018, with 8.7 being the birth rate in the same year. The death rate for 2018 was only 10 per every 100,000 live births. The life expectancy in the same year 2018 was 82.8 for males and 88.3 for females. In 2016, Singapore was noticed as an active location for the transmission of the Zika virus. The physician density in 2016 was 2.28 physicians for every 1,000 citizen, and the hospital bed density was 2.4 for every 1,000 in 2015. Although the population is not large, one of the biggest problems facing Singapore is the size. With close to 6 million people living in such a close proximity, infectious virus risk is very high. One of the main concerns is that Singapore is very active for the Zika virus, which can be transmitted through various ways, which endangers the population. One area that needs to be improved is the number of doctors available for the public. Another area that is in dire need of attention is the number of beds available in case of emergencies. The number of clinics that provide other than emergency care, which also could be addressed in order to reduce the risk and spread viruses like the Zika virus.